Hi, my name is Saurabh Pant. So the story is something like this. When I was a kid, everyone told me, when I was your age, everyone told me, beta, work hard. Smart work was a new term at that point of time. People used to use a lot. Ki, do smart work, do smart work, do smart work. So a lot of people told me to work hard. A lot of people told me to work smart. A lot of people told me to be more sincere, but no one told me how. And I still used to wonder ki how much difference would have come in my life if someone would have told me how. So to understand, I don't want other students to suffer in the same way. So I actually searched about it. As soon as I became a faculty, I started searching about it, because when I say my students work hard, what exactly should I expect from them? When I say them to work smart, what exactly I want them to do? So understand, what is working smart in a nutshell? Working smart means improving your efficiency. So in this video, I'll be talking about how to memorize a thing by using your brain and it's working in a more efficient manner. And how to do that, I'll be telling you how your brain functions. One quick idea I can give you, your brain has neurons. And whenever you learn a new thing, those neurons get connected to each other and they form a neural network. And when you revise that thing again and again, what will happen? That neural network get very strong. So in the examination, whenever you need to recall a thing and you have practiced it several number of times, you will be able to recall it much easily within those 30-40 seconds. Otherwise, many people say this, sir, I came outside the examination hall, I knew every question in the exam, but I was not able to score. You knew, that means it was at the back of your head somewhere, but your mind was not able to search which exact location was the memory stored in. And that exactly we are going to learn here, how to bring that thing front at your working memory area. Here at this part of the brain, at the front area, we have the working memory, and that working memory has to catch the things from the back memory segments. So that we are going to learn here. So 4 things I will teach: fragmentation, breaking the things into small parts, understanding those parts properly so that they stick towards each other, with each other. Third, recall. Recall method is very important. Very, very important. People write a lot of times, they read the same thing again and again, and that is not an effective way of learning. No, you will learn for, let's say, 10 hours. I'll give you one clear idea. For 10 hours, if you read and you recall, let's say, 3-4 pages you are able to remember by reading them again and again, same thing you can do within 2 hours. Within 10 hours, what you are able to recall, remember, after reading that thing again and again, or maybe writing that thing also, more than that or equal to that you can remember within 2 hours. I am not saying this is the research of a scientist known as Karpike, and he is a very nice, very strong research he has done over this topic. I have given the reference also. You can search on the net as well, Karpike. I'm not talking in the thin air. It is all real, concrete, scientific, neurological researches going on, which I'm telling you, and I've applied this on my students. I've got the result also, and I can guarantee you all the top 100 AIR, they use this technique knowingly or unknowingly. So understand, let's go to the video immediately, and please follow the video. Please follow it till the last so that you are able to understand what to do. There is one demo I have given you in the middle there, and that demo will be effective only when you will do what I say for 10 minutes. Exact 10 minutes, 10 second, 10 minutes, 20-second demo that is. So do what I say for those 10 minutes and you will be able to understand how good your mind is able to function. So now I'm going to tell you about how to use your mind perfectly. Understand, there are 16 lakhs NEET aspirant this year. 16 lakh. Or last year we can understand, last year 15 plus lakh were the NEET aspirants. Now, out of 720, if I ask you a 7.5 lakh AIR, All India rank 7.5 lakh, how much marks he would have got? Or in simple other words, how many people, like half the rank, exactly I'm asking, out of 15 lakh, half the aspirants would have got at least how much marks? So what you would think? The reality is, it is 134. That means even half the population applying for the NEET examination are not even getting more than 15 to 20% of marks. What exactly could be wrong? Are they stupid? No. Are they not working hard? Yeah, dekho, such a huge population not working hard is not possible. They are trying, but they don't know what exactly to do. Reason is very simple. Hard work versus the hard smart work. They are also doing the effort, other people are also doing the effort, but some others' effort they count. Here the role of mentor is very important. The faculty who is teaching you, the mentor who is guiding you, he exactly tells you how to prepare and how to convert little bit of your work into much better efficiency, into a much better efficient outcome. So understand, think in this way, you buy a new iPhone, right, for the first time in your life. When the iPhone will come, don't you think you will read the user manual? You will search the YouTube video of maybe Technical Guruji or some such YouTube channels who can tell you which are the hidden features of the iPhone, which are the good features of the iPhone, so that you can use your iPhone in the best possible way, right? And here, from last 15 years, you're using the most complex tool, this brain, without reading the user manual. You have no idea how to use it. Brain is a muscle. You can see it. This is a muscle. It is full of neurons. So just like biceps, triceps, abs, chest, these are the muscles that you have got. You have to go to your gym, work upon the biceps for consistently 4 to 5 months. Then a nice biceps you will be able to develop with consistent effort, with practice again and again. In the same way, you have to use your brain also. But yes, brain differs. Brain is the most complex organ in your whole body. So it differs in working as expected, obviously. But how can we use this muscle? Understand, it's not an abstract thing. Your brain is not imaginary. It exists. It is just us. It is just an organ inside your skull. So you have to use this thing very properly. I will tell you exactly how. So understand. How to mug up, how to memorize, I am going to teach you today. So understand, how to memorize is divided into 4 parts. After telling you this slide, I will immediately go into one demo to just apply all these 4 processes. So understand, number 1, I will divide the chapter into small fragments. Number 2, I will understand the same fragment one by one, or I will make you understand the same fragment one by one. And again, these things you have to practice with me. Because if I do and you watch and you don't do it with me, what will happen? My brain will work. My brain will get the training. But bhai sahab, your brain is not doing anything na yaar. So understand, fragmentation, dividing a big chunk of information into smaller parts. Understanding those smaller parts. So what's the role of understanding? Can we just mug up without understanding also? You can, but you must not. Why? Understanding acts like a glue between the fragments. It joins the fragment in your brain. So this is your brain, let us say. These are the fragments, and these fragments will be joined by understanding. So when one fragment will be recalled by your brain, remaining fragments will come together with it. Ki haan, theek hai, I am connected to fragment, I am connected to fragment, and one by one it will come. I'll show you the demo also. Third and the most beautiful thing I'm going to tell in this video is recall. Recall is a method that I can guarantee you every single top 100 AIR in NEET and JEE. I don't know all of them, but I can guarantee you all of them are using it knowingly or unknowingly. Whether they know it is recall technique, retrieval technique, or they don't know it. This is by far the best strategy to mug up anything, to memorize anything. Why don't you search Karpike, Karpike, a scientist who did a research in 2011. There is a research paper available on net, on internet, freely available. Read the research paper if you want. This is just the heading. You will understand how precisely I am doing the research and telling you this thing. And this research is not of today or yesterday. This research I did as soon as I entered into this field. I started learning about how to understand and memorize the concept. And believe me, recall is by far the best technique available, tried and tested technique to memorize a thing for longer period of time. I'll tell you this in detail and practice. What happens in practice? Think in this way. Let us say there are 3 steps. So 3 steps are stored in your brain in 3 different fragments. Understand this idea. A big fragment is not stored in the brain as such. Small many fragments are stored which are interlinked by the understanding. So let us say one question comes. You have to use fragment 1, 2 and 3. So your brain has to move from 1 to 2 to 3. Okay, bhai sahab? And once you do this, when you do it once, you get a neural network formation. A neural network, sir, that means abstract thing you are talking about? Nahi, again it is not abstract, it's a physical network getting formed in your brain. Actual muscles are getting, not muscles, actual neurons get connected to each other. In reality they get connected. Right now also when you are listening to this video, you are understanding a concept. Some chemical as well as physical changes are happening in your brain. Right now it is actually happening. So what happens? This neural network get made. Then what happens? Then when you do the same thing, same practice, same type of question you do 2 or 3 times, then 2-3 times this same neural network will get more and more thickened. And when this becomes sufficiently strong, it automatically becomes a part of your permanent memory. So this practice is very important. So what would happen after seeing this demo video? Many of you are going to ask me, sir, please make one more video for S block, one more video for P block, one more video for chemistry everyday life. And this is the biggest stupidity any average and below average student do. Why? They run for the easiest possible way. Bhai sahab, if I make 50 videos also, you are still stuck in the second step. You are just understanding it. Your brain is not producing anything on itself. It is not practicing how to generate and how to relate the information. You have to give practice to your brain. So this demo will be very good for one specific topic, but you have to apply this same concept by yourself for every single chapter. As I said, hard work has no substitute, but we are just trying to make this hard work much smarter than others, enhancing the efficiency of your brain. What students do is that they write the same thing 10 times, 20 times, 30 times maybe, and they expect I will become very good in this topic. Wrong. Impossible. This is not the right way of reading. Sir, should we not write 10 times? A small fragment if you write 10 times, very good. You write one formula 10 times, very good. But if you are writing the whole notes again, thinking that I am reading, you are not reading. You are creating an illusion of reading. Hence a frustration will increase. Why? Because result will not come, and in your brain you will realize, yeah, I worked hard. I worked so much hard. I worked for 15-20 hours a day. Still the marks are not coming as much, and the frustration increases, and then you stop reading as much. So this chain has to stop. So now immediately see the next part of the video, one demo of how to use your brain more properly in memorizing a concept. I'll be taking the example of, let us say, S block. So now I'm picking up chemical properties of first group to explain you fragmentation, understanding and recall. Practice, obviously you understand very well, you have to do the material for the practice, that also I will explain in detail. So understand, fragments are ready-made here. First, you can see the fragments here clear cut. So there are 6 fragments ready-made in this topic, and which are with air, water, hydrogen, halogen. After that reducing power is there, that I can write here, and with liquid ammonia. So let us see one by one what are the specific things we have to learn here. Chaliye bhaiya. So starting from the first thing, reactivity towards air. What do we learn in the reactivity towards air? So we learn that lithium forms monoxide. ठीक है भाई साहब. Sodium forms peroxide. Lithium forms monoxide, sodium forms peroxide, potassium, rubidium, cesium forms superoxide. Apart from that, lithium shows exceptional behavior, how it reacts directly with the nitrogen to form nitride. That means sodium to cesium will react with the nitrogen to form nitride directly. Answer is no. Lithium will do this thing. And they all are stored in kerosene oil. Now I have divided this big fragment into smaller fragment, further smaller fragment. So 3 things you have to remember in this paragraph. In fact, one more thing you can remember, कि they tarnish in dry air, forming oxides, which in turn react with moisture to form hydroxide. So understand, first thing, lithium forms oxide, sodium forms peroxide, potassium, rubidium, cesium forms superoxide. All these 3 people react with the moisture to form hydroxide. Second point, except lithium, remaining people do not react with nitrogen directly to form nitrides like M3N. And they all are stored in the kerosene oil, reason being very simple. because they are very, very, very reactive in the open atmosphere or even in the aqueous medium. So try to close your eyes now. Listen to me carefully. Please follow this schedule. Close your eyes. Next 30 seconds, don't speak anything, just listen to what I say and try to recall. Use your brain and try to recall. Close your eyes. First thing you learned that lithium forms monoxide, sodium forms peroxide. You can say this thing along also, and potassium forms superoxide. They react with moisture to become hydroxide. Picture getting formed? That is the first neural network your brain has formed. Second, immediately some image will come of lithium nitride in your brain ki something like that we have underlined. So here lithium react with nitrogen to form lithium nitride, and no one else, sodium to cesium, no one else will do this thing, and they all are stored in the kerosene. First fragment done. This is what we did right now by closing the eyes. Is called recall technique. Recall. This is a scientist known as Karpike. Karpike has done the research in 2011 that is the best possible method for remembering a thing for the longer period of time. But it is not yet over. Carry on. Reaction towards water. So understand, they are forming with water, they are forming hydroxide and releasing the hydrogen gas. बहुत बढ़िया बात. Again one more thing is there. Its reaction with water is less vigorous. Its reaction with water is less vigorous than sodium, whose lithium. So when we talk about vigorous reaction, then sodium react more vigorously than lithium. Let's understand this fragment. Try to recall what you understood. कि अच्छा, these people, they are more reactive than hydrogen. Obviously, they are alkali metal. They are more reactive than hydrogen. They will kick away hydrogen gas. Very good thing. They will form their hydroxides. बहुत बढ़िया. Second thing what we learned कि vigorous reaction, sodium is more vigorously reacting with water than lithium. So फटाफट try to recall both together, both cumulative you have to remember, not individual fragment. You have to join all of them as well in your head. So understand what we read in the closed eyes again. Reaction with the air, lithium react lithium oxide, sodium peroxide, rubidium, cesium, potassium, superoxide. They all react with moisture to form hydroxide. Lithium react with nitrogen directly to form nitride, and no one else does this thing, and they all are stored in kerosene. 3 points done. Reaction with water. Reaction with water, they are more reactive than hydrogen. They will kick away hydrogen gas. They will form their hydroxide, but vigorous reaction. Sodium is more vigorous than lithium. बहुत बढ़िया, मजा आया. Carrying on. Third point, reactivity towards dihydrogen. So what we learn here, कि they react with dihydrogen to form hydride. Remaining metal react at 673 Kelvin. Remaining metal react at 673 Kelvin. Lithium react at a higher temperature, 1073 Kelvin. So remaining metal react at 673 Kelvin, but lithium react at 1073 Kelvin, but they all will form hydrides like LiH, NaH, KH. Try to recall what you learned. Hydrogen, with hydrogen they form hydride. Close the eyes. Lithium react at 1073 Kelvin. Image will be formed in the head. 1073 Kelvin. And remaining metals react at 673 Kelvin for the same reaction. बहुत बढ़िया बात. Carrying on. Try to recall whole 3 fragments again. In the first fragment, reaction with air, lithium forms oxide, sodium forms peroxide, remaining metals form superoxide. With moisture, they form hydroxide. है ना बढ़िया? With remaining in air, nitrogen is also there. What happens with nitrogen? भैया देखो, lithium reacts with nitrogen to form nitride. Remaining people don't react. That is the anomalous behavior of lithium. Diagonal relationship also you can say. Third thing, they all are stored in kerosene. Then after air, water. What happens with water? They all form hydroxide and release hydrogen gas with water. Very good thing. After that, what happens? After that, we learned that sodium reacts more vigorously than lithium. बहुत बढ़िया बात. With hydrogen, what happens? With hydrogen, they all form hydride. 673 Kelvin for remaining metal and 1073 Kelvin for hydrogen. बढ़िया हो गया भाई. Reaction with halogen. So देखो ये reaction with halogen. Just understand one thing. Here you will have to just remember Fajan's rule. So as per Fajan's rule, who will be most covalent? In case you know Fajan's rule, you will understand it, because understanding will come it will be helping you to understand and remember for the longer period of time. So here lithium iodide is the most covalent in nature. Why? If the anion size is big, covalent nature is more. This is Fajans rule, one small part of Fajans rule. So Li is going to be the most covalent. So cation size small, anion size big, most covalent. ठीक है भाई साहब. So smallest cation lithium plus smallest anion in halogen I minus together form the most covalent compound. So what we learnt in the next fragment, close the eyes, कि भैया Fajans rule we have to apply. If we know Fajans rule, बहुत बढ़िया. If we don't know, just one thing we will remember, that lithium iodide is most covalent. That is the only question. You can read the whole paragraph later and understand. This is the only question which can come in the exam. Next, again start from the first fragment. Try to recall. Don't see anything on the screen. You will not even find it. But try to recall. With air, with oxygen, lithium react, monoxide, sodium peroxide, potassium, rubidium, cesium, superoxide. Very good thing. With moisture, hydroxide. With nitrogen, lithium forms nitride. No one else directly react with the nitrogen, and they all are stored in kerosene. With water, what happens? With water, hydroxide, they are more reactive than hydrogen, so hydrogen gas is evolved. More reactive, displace less reactive from their compounds. Again, vigorous reaction, sodium more than lithium. 2 points are there in the second point to remember. Third, with hydrogen, automatically your brain will say, sir, hydride 1073 Kelvin with lithium, and for everyone else 673 Kelvin, sir. And with halogen, sir, you said Fajans rule. Let's stop it here. I think this demo you got. Now close your eyes again. Try to recall again. From the beginning, closing this video, I'm turning this page further. ठीक है भाई साहब? What will happen? Firstly, with air, lithium forms monoxide, sodium, think, बहुत बढ़िया, peroxide, potassium, rubidium, cesium, फटाफट, superoxide formula KO2, CSO2, RbO2. With moisture what happens? With moisture they will form hydroxide. बहुत बढ़िया, very good thing. Lithium directly react with nitrogen to form lithium nitride. Remaining people don't react, and they all are stored in kerosene. With water what happens? See how to recall. With water what happens? Think. With water what happens? With water, hydroxide form, hydrogen gas released. Very good. Then what happens? Sodium more vigorous than lithium. Very good. Next hydrogen. What happens with hydrogen? With hydrogen 673 Kelvin for remaining alkali metal, and for lithium 1073 Kelvin, higher temperature, they all form hydrides like LiH, NaH, KH, RbH, CSH. बहुत बढ़िया. Halogen, only Fajans rule. One thing to keep in mind, that lithium iodide is the most covalent alkali halide, and this marks the end of one small demo of the fragmentation technique. So this is the end, and finally, before saying goodbye, let me have a very quick revision of what you learned from the S block today to see how your recall technique works. With air, reaction with air, lithium forms monoxide, sodium peroxide, remaining superoxide. React with the moisture to form hydroxide. Lithium react with nitrogen directly to form lithium nitride. Remaining people do not react with the nitrogen directly, and they all are stored in kerosene. Fragment number 1. Second fragment, automatically after air, water, hydroxide is formed, hydrogen gas released. Sodium react more vigorously than lithium. After reaction with water, third is the reaction with hydrogen. With hydrogen, automatically 673 Kelvin will come in the brain for remaining metal, and 1073 Kelvin for lithium. And they all form their hydrides, LiH, KH, NaH, RbH, something like that. Halogens, for halogens, we understood Fajans rule is there. If we know it, well and good. If we don't know, one thing we can remember, lithium iodide is the most covalent compound out of first group halides. So understand how fast and how effectively you have remembered this thing. So understand, one saying is there in Hindi, 100 सुनार की एक लोहार की. Some of you might think that it's a time consuming process. Really, you want to invest 50 readings to get one concept or one good reading. People say, read properly. This is what properly means. This is what smart work means. So for the first 4 or 5 days, you will feel it is trouble. Why? Because your brain will try to do things which are the easiest to do. And reading, just sitting there and reading like a novel is very easy to do. I always tell my students, don't read the NCERT like a novel. You will know the storyline, but you will not be able to recall the minute details. And minute details will be able to recall when you will use this recall technique. All the very best. This is Saurabh signing off. I hope I would be able to create some difference in your learning experiences. This video is very useful for everyone, whether you are in school, you are in college, or you are still preparing for the NEET exam. Majorly, this is for the competitive exam preparation students. All the very best.